Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I welcome all of you to the geography lecture of class 8th. This is the second chapter which we are going to start. The chapter is about land, soil, water, natural vegetation, and wildlife. Land, the most important natural resource. You know, 30% of the total area of Earth's surface is habitable, means a place where we can live, as rest is covered by oceans and seas. Due to land and climate, distribution of population is uneven in different parts of the world. So, sparsely populated areas are mountains, rugged topography, thick forests, deserts, water-lodging areas. In these areas, population is less. And densely populated areas are plains and river valleys, as they have land suitable for agriculture. Use of land. Land is used for agriculture, forestry, mining, building houses, roads, industries, factories, and so on. Use of land is based on some physical factors like topography, soil, climate, minerals, availability of water. Topography means shape of landforms. On the basis of ownership, land can be classified as private land and community land. Private land owned by individuals, community land owned by the community for common uses. You know, people and their demands are ever growing, but the availability of land is limited. People start encroaching the common land to build up commercial, industrial, and residential structures. As pressure on land increases, it usually leads to land degradation, landslide, soil erosion, and desertification. So we need to conserve this resource. That is, we need to go for conservation of land. In conservation of land, we can do afforestation, growing of trees, land reclamation, that is filling the area with large amount of rocks, soil, clay until the desired height is reached. We need to regulate the use of pesticides, insecticides, manures and fertilizers. And we need to keep checks on overgrazing. What is soil and how is it formed? Soil can be defined as loose covering of fine rock particles that covers the surface of the earth. How is it formed? When rocks break down into small pieces due to wind, heavy rain, the soil is formed, and we call this process as weathering. Soil varies in color, texture, fertility and content. Soil is made up of organic matter, minerals and rocks. Soil forms very slowly. The time taken can range from 200 to several thousand years. This is soil profile. The various layers in the soil. The main layers are topsoil with humus. This layer is dark in color. It has good texture, means particle size. This layer contains humus, that is dead and decaying of plants and animals. This increases the fertility of the soil and helps plants to grow. Subsoil. This is the layer just below the topsoil. It contains sand, silt, clay and less amount of organic matter. Now, withered rock, that is, we also call it as a parent rock. It is an unconsolidated rock layer formed of gravel and sand. Bedrock. It is a layer of solid rocks. Formation of soil. Factors of soil formation. Factors of soil formation involves the processes. As number 1, parent rock. We can understand the color, texture, chemical properties, minerals from parent rocks. Number 2, relief. Altitude and slope determines the accumulation of soil. Number 3, that is flora, fauna and microorganisms. they affect the rate of humus. Number 4, that is climate. Temperature and rainfall influences the rate of weathering and humus. Number 5, time. It determines the thickness of soil profile. Degradation of soil. As you know, removal of topsoil is called soil erosion. If it won't be checked, it can cause deforestation, that is cutting down of trees, overgrazing, that results in soil erosion, overuse of chemical fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides reduces the fertility of the soil. Rain wash, heavy rains, landslides, floods degrade the soil. Soil is an important resource. It's responsible for the sustenance of all plants, animals, human beings. So it is essential for us to conserve this resource. And for that, we will go for conservation of soil. It involves the processes like mulching, contour barriers, rock dam, terrace forming, intercropping, contour ploughing, and shelter belts. This is a mulching process. In this process, the bare ground between land is covered with a layer of organic straw or peat to prevent loss of moisture from the soil. These are contour barriers. On hillsides, stones, grass, soil is used to build barriers across the slope. Trenches are made in front of the barriers to collect water. This is a rock dam. Rocks are piled up to slow down the flow of water. It prevents soil erosion. This is terrace forming. The steps are made on steep slopes like hills so that flat surfaces are available to grow crops. These steps reduce runoff and soil erosion. This is intercropping and crop rotation. These are scientific methods to conserve soil. Intercropping means growing different crops in alternate rows and sown at different times. This protects the soil from rainwash. Crop rotation means growing different crops in the same field, one after the other. This helps us to conserve the soil. Now, this is contour ploughing. Contours are imaginary lines connecting places that lie that is at the same altitudes. They act as natural barriers and prevent soil erosion. And these are shelter belts. The rows of trees are planted around the farms in the coastal and dry regions to slow down the speed of winds. These are the few methods by which we can conserve soil. I think this is enough. The other segments will be discussed in the next lecture. Thank you.